Hey guys, Leonard from Underground Strength. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the most common squatting fault that I see. And it's usually in the bottom range of a squat, okay? So I'm just going to adjust the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, it's about right. Okay, so this squat fault is known as the butt wink. Okay, and you'll know exactly what I mean when I get straight into it. Alright, so I'm under the bar. Okay, now as I'm descending and going down, you'll notice as I go, I reach a point right here and then bang, your butt just tucks under. So essentially what's happening there is, as you're going down with the weight, your pelvis, so your hip girdle, literally as you're squatting, it just tucks straight under. And it causes so many imbalances. It's actually the most common dysfunction that you get, especially with back pain. So if you're squatting a lot and you're getting a lot of back pain, that may be why. Okay, out of all the faults that there are in the squat, that's the biggest one that comes up for lower back pain. Okay, so how are we going to remedy that? Okay, the first thing that we've got to consider is to remember that there are going to be muscles in your body that are going to be tight, and on the other side there are going to be muscles that are weak. If your hips are tucking under, what's happening is you're having a restriction in your hamstrings. So as we're hinging forward at the hip and we're squatting down, your hamstrings are going to most likely going to be very tight, which is why you're getting that kind of tucked butt, or aka the butt wink, and then you're just going straight under and dropping down like that, which does put a lot of strain on the lower back. Okay, so what we've got to do first is actually alleviate a lot of the tension and tightness in that hamstring. So there's something I'm going to show you right now, hopefully you can see. I'm just going to lower this down. Now this one's really simple to do. Really good for alleviating most of your hamstring tightness. So, okay, let's see if you can see me from here. Yeah, cool. Alright, so I place the bar a little bit more lower down the rack. Here's what I'm going to do. You can see me from here. One leg goes in front. Now the leg that's in front is the leg that you're going to work on with your hamstring, okay? And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put all our hamstring weight on this bar, leaning into it, and this leg's going to be back. From here, all you're going to do is just kind of roll. Rock your weight back and forth, rock it out, rock it out, rock it out. And then from there, you can also move the bar. It's really tight up in there too. We can even take it to the side to get a little bit of the adductors as well, rolling out. Now, if there's a spot that's really unbearably painful, I want you to hold it there, and then from there, you're just going to give yourself a leg extension, just like you're doing leg extensions on a machine for your quads. So you're going to hold it there, put lots of weight on it, come up, all the way up, extend, and then back down. Come all the way up, and back down. Okay, that's one there. Now the next one I'm going to show you is with a band. Now I've said this in my previous videos, but I love using bands because not only do they give you a good stretch, but they help immobilize your actual joints while you're stretching them out. So I'll use this side. So we're going to place this underneath. Lower. Alright, I'll do this for one leg. Hopefully you can see me from there. So I'm going to start, I'll do it with one leg and show you. Looping this through. I'm going to place this just on the crease of my butt right here. Now with this leg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step forward and keep this leg on the ground too. And up from there, just like you're doing a stiff-legged deadlift. Shoulders back, hinge at the hip, and we're going to hold there, just like that. You'll notice that my shoulders are pinned back, and I'm just holding my shins. Hold that for a good 2 minutes. If that's too easy, what you're going to do now with the left foot is come on your toe. Coming on your toe, holding it there. Now that's when it starts to get really painful, especially with that band trying to pull you back. I want you to just hold that for a good 2 minutes. Remember, focus on your breathing as well. Hold that. You can even move around a bit to get more purchase in those hamstrings. You can rock more forward as well if you feel it. And you'd obviously do the same thing. Now, that's the muscles that are most likely going to be really tight, which is why you're getting that butt wink as it tucks under during the bottom range of the squat. But we also need to address the areas that are weak. So, lower back needs a bit of strengthening up, especially as your hamstrings can't take the load. Your lower back is too weak to keep you naturally arched. So what I mean by that is, as we're coming down, essentially we'd like to look like this, but because our lower back can't keep a nice arch, we turn flat and we round. Okay? So, here's my remedy for strengthening up that lower back. Just going to move the camera over here. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I'm on my GHD. So what I'm going to do, real simple. I'm going to come through this way. Now this is a great isolation for the lower back. So from here, hopefully you can see, from here, hamstrings straight, pushing off, up nice and strong, all the way down, and come back up. Bang, 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 bang. And you can see what this is actually doing. It's replicating a nice natural curvature in the lower back. Can you see that? So it's going to reinforce positive posture, especially in that bottom range squat. Okay? So that's pretty much it. Just remember that if you have a tendency, especially in your training and even in your posture for that matter, you've got this kind of postural type where you look like this, your knees are bent, and your butt tucks under, you've got kind of like a swayed back. That's definitely something you should look into doing. So definitely try that, especially before you actually train. Use that as your warm-up and see how it goes. Also, another cue that I want to add for focusing on keeping a nice natural curvature in the lower back is think about driving your hamstrings back. So when you're in that bottom range of the squat, think of pulling your knees, your knees have to go back and you've got to stick your bum out. That will help maintain that nice natural curvature in that spine. Okay? Hope that helps.